Welcome to BackStage Takoma. Today we have Deepthi Mukund Navile from the Natyabhoomi School of Dance and Sandra Atkinson from the Light Switch Dance Theater. They will be performing along with their dance troupes on Sunday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. This event is part of a series of events that we'll be having here at the Takoma Park Community Center in honor of Women's History Month. Welcome.
Thank you.
So this event is titled Girl Child. Could you talk a little bit about what that means and what you'll be doing here?
The Girl Child project came about because there is a person who teaches at Georgetown University who is my student's mom, and she said, why don't you do dance towards a social cause? I mean, we do art for art itself, but why don't you represent your art form toward, to work towards something? And somehow the Girl Child project, just the thought, evokes so many emotions in us, and so many, the whole thing of empowering girls is such a evocative theme that was something immediately we wanted to work on.
And what does Girl Child refer to? Could you talk a little bit about that?
For me, it refers to, a girl child born in India mostly is not welcomed. It's not welcomed by many in all strata of society. So, if you have a girl child, you're not happy. You want a male child. So that itself, is negative. So that's why I wanted it to become a positive event. Having a girl is beautiful. I have two lovely, beautiful girls, and I want to celebrate them always. So that's from where, the whole thing came about.
Yeah, and for me, a girl child, when you have a girl, there's a social implication, and the way you raise that young girl, it's a different way than raising a boy. There's a lot of elements that you have to infuse into the way she grows up, and her being aware of things that could happen that, she just needs to be socially aware of, that don't come with being a boy. And a lot of that is violence, and a lot of that is how you carry yourself and how you can empower yourself and be respected in your community. And those are just different ways that we approach gender. But at the same time, we want gender equality. So the whole notion of that being something different than being a boy child was something that I really wanted to approach.
And so you were each exploring this through dance. Mm-hmm. Traditional Indian dance tends to be very narrative, and then Light Switch Dance Theater is a modern dance performance group. So could you talk about how these approaches will interact and how they might?
For modern dance, it can be narrative as well as abstract. I decided to do certain sections in an abstract way, and then certain sections are a little bit more literal, but don't necessarily have a story. So a lot of what we do is collage choreography, where we're presenting a lot of images to the audience that they can connect with based on a specific concept. Whereas with traditional Indian dance, it's more narrative.
And the way I'm doing traditional Indian classical dance. She's doing modern and contemporary dance. But the way we conceptualized it is how our musician, Deepak Ram, comes into the story. He is an amazing flautist, and he is able to play for me and for her. And he is simply superb. And he's the one who has, he plays for both the sections and very differently.
Yeah.
And that's what brings the whole thing together.
Yeah. For the classical Indian dance, it's very musical, as in everything has a beat. Everything has, they're really connected to the score, the rhythm, and the tempo. Whereas for us, he's creating more of an atmosphere, and he's creating that story with the dance. So we're not dancing to the music, but it's a full collaboration of music and dance together, and what both of those can present to the audience.
And he, in and of himself, is kind of a big name.
Major. He's major.
We are
very lucky to have him working with us on this project.
Yeah, he's
and
amazing.
An activist himself.
Yeah.
For women's
issues. He feels very passionately about this, and he's actually been working with orphanages in India, and he has worked for many years towards the orphanages, and so that's why when we said Girl Child Project, he he really wanted to work with us. And the music he plays for her is so different from mine. And with in my pieces, we add the mridangam or the Indian drum added to it, because without the rhythm, there's no dance for us. So that's how, you know, the whole sections come together.
And this is part of a larger series of events that you are doing throughout the year, correct?
Yes, our first event was at Viz Arts at Rockville, which is where we premiered the Girl Child Project. So we're also doing this event, and then Light Switch Dance Theater is presenting 2 site-specific sections of the Girl Child Project at the Petworth Dance Festival in July.
And we are planning to do something more in the fall and in the winter of 2015.
Yeah, and we're trying to do a lot of the performances during awareness months for women, whether it be awareness of violence, awareness towards human sex trafficking. So a lot of different events that we can directly connect our project with the issues, so they can push the audience more to being educated about these issues.
We've just been contacted by a lady who works on women trafficking organization based in India. So we want to explore what we can do as in a partnership.
And also in the performance, we have documentaries that play while the audience is coming in, of a organization in India where they work with young girls. And so the audience then is also ready to connect with
the
them.
way of empowerment is not just empowering the women, it's also empowering teaching the young boys in the orphanages. So they're all taught to respect women, and it starts from when you're young. So we have another organization that's working with a lot of orphanages in India who are helping educate all the kids in the orphanages. So we're going to show some documentaries from that.
And this event is also a fundraiser for the Montgomery Avenue Women's Center.
Yes.
And they'll be here at the event, correct?
They will be here at the event before and after the performance, so that the audience can get information if they want to volunteer, if they want to give in a monetary sense, if they want to give items. They will be here to with an information table to engage with the audience.
Okay, so this will be, people can give money, but they could also give
items, women's clothing in good condition. Bedding is something that's always needed, and they are in need of monetary funds as well.
Great. Well, we look forward to having you perform here at the Takoma Park Community Center. And we hope to see you on Sunday, March 22nd for the Girl Child Project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.